Well, I don't think it would hurt for us to dive into a little bit of a deeper recap. Last session, of course, was spent mostly with leveling up and dealing with equipment upgrades and the like. So, for the sake of, we do have a new player. So I will take us back to the Seattle Center, the complex around the Space Needle. Where our friends have just activated the beacon. There were recently new friends made.
One of them is named Susie.
Indeed.
Well, hello there.
Hello, hello.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Indeed. Yeah, figured pop in and say hi.
Hello there.
Are you staying to play?
Nah, I gotta go to work.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah. Maybe after New Year's I might go back to day shift.
Ooh.
Oh,
I
you
might
guys do a
become.
night shift.
I don't mind night shift. It just kind of sucks that most of my friends are also, free at night.
Yep.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm off to work. Y'all have fun.
See ya.
Fare thee well, sir. Thanks for popping in. So that was Goose. He is a former player of the Fallout game here. He played Spark, the Mr. Handybot,
He was quite handy.
with a dandelion that lived on the top.
And like flaming swords for hands, I think.
Yeah, he was quite a violent butcher for all of that shiny happiness that might be deceptive in his appearance. He and fellow vault dweller Smuka were staying behind at the beacon to keep up operations there and keep eyes on the property, along with their friend Susie, the Deathclaw, whom was rescued from performance servitude at the Center House Theater. She did not want to play a part in the Raiders' plays anymore, but is fine wearing her very fine dress.
She
One
decided not to
thing,
murder us because we did not subjugate her.
indeed, she kind of patrols the complex. Anything that moves is probably available as a food item, unless otherwise encouraged. An outsider to the area will quickly realize that super mutants and death claws in this region are furry instead of smooth skinned.
And some are intelligent.
On both sides of that card, yes. There was a terminal in the Science Center that alluded to experiments being done and the evolution of their minds as such. Susie speaks very, very simply and is still aggressive and impulsive, but not so mindless killing machine as most Deathclaws are. But yes, with the beacon activated, skies will soon clear, ice will start to melt away. Northwest is a wet and rainy place without those effects. It will take some time for everything to clear out to normal. There will definitely still be lingering ice and snow for some time. But the process has begun. And where we are picking up, essentially all prepped and ready to go at the Cascadia docks, there was a meeting held amongst leadership from the various trade locations, including Grolk, the super mutant. He and his family live at the abandoned library. Their contribution to the trade network is mostly game meats and, of course, access to the library, which storehouse of pre-war knowledge is quite useful. To very quickly illustrate the trade network here, the docks is kind of the prime area, the prime hub where most restoration efforts were concentrated. There's an old stadium to the south where another community lives. The public library located in the center of downtown there. The Pike's Place Market was cleared out. That is mostly a place for civilians. It is developing into a place. It already features storefronts as its base construction, so that will grow and offer a little bit more variety in luxuries and amenities. The beacon on this map, very, very far north. That is, of course, the Space Needle. Also cleared out was a government district housing buildings for administration and a hospital district. Those are currently uninhabited, but had been cleared out of raider presence. There is also an isolated community of ghouls living in the Seattle Underground. A few different access points to reach their community. They are a bit isolationist, so there was a pretty good impression made when Greg had introduced the party to them. So they're off on the right foot. Hopefully that relationship will grow in a positive way. But as it stands now, currently, the area in that yellow circle there and kind of fuzzied out in green is pretty well the areas that have been cleared out, scavenged, established as the home area for the group. Their ambitions right now, as was encouraged by the meeting of leadership and council, is heading into Area 13 to the northeast of New Civilization. In particular, there's a goal to meet with and make positive relations with a Duwamish tribe known to be in that area. The tribal location has not yet been visited by any of the party, but Greg has had some positive relations with them before. Hoping to open that up, see if they might be amicable to, besides positive relations, possibly entering into the trade network, contributing some way, somehow. But with preparations being made to head out, that is where we are starting. Grok will have made his contributions and said goodbye. Randy and Elizabeth have contributed toward weapon upgrades. Boots has contributed toward armor upgrades. There is a power station available for charging power cores and power cells.
Which would be excellent if Doc was here, because he just got all of his power cores refilled.
Indeed. Essentially, the group was, after having cleared the beacon and activated that, party has been essentially holed down here at the docks for close to the past month, making their preparations, resting up, reflecting, communicating with the trade network, making sure everything is well on its way, positive progress. So yes, with that, Greg and Spencer and Doc are ready to head out and make their way into that northeasterly region of District 13. Is there anything to cover, discuss, verify before heading out on your way?
Greg wants to make sure that there is enough food for the trip, and is probably going to stop by the food and water stores, and grab some extra stuff. And since we're trading, I'll be bringing Penny, and Penny can help me carry it.
Very smart thinking.
Who's Penny?
That's
That's
Penny.
Penny.
Two-headed
'cause-
Holstein.
Yeah, I named her Penny because she'd been such good. The saying, find a penny, pick her up, and all day long you'll have good luck. And I always have good luck every time I bring Penny. Might be just ignorant, but is there a there's party inventory? Is that inventory that would be like of the food and water and stuff that's at the docks, or is that in a different place?
Yes, party inventory definitely will be at the home here on the docks.
Okay.
As was encouraged last time, anything in this inventory that you wish to have with you, definitely take out of the party inventory and add to your sheet. Otherwise, it will be left behind. But there is a section labeled food, which includes a few notes of drink, some Mirelurk meat, some Yaogai meat, even some Deathclaw meat, which you have acquired recently.
Yes, I'm going to take the 4 Yaguai meat, the 4 Mirelurk Queen meat, and that should be it. That's
Okay.
pretty good.
I can go ahead and delete that off of there. If
Yes.
you want to use the compendium, you can drag and drop to add those items onto your character sheet.
That makes it easy. Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Ooh, fly meat. There it is. And should I drop it into mine or should I drop it into pennies? Can I drop it into pennies?
Haven't
Or does it? Hold on,
really
let me just see.
fleshed out.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Do
it doesn't
not
actually do the dropping.
penny because pennies is an NPC sheet, so it will not
Okay, never
accept
mind.
the drag and drop.
we'll do mine, and we'll pretend Penny is carrying it. It's not
Uh,
going to be that much. So
that being said, if you wanted to, you could list in other items. You would have to manually type in all the things that are being carried by Penny, but if you want to keep it clear of your inventory, you certainly could in that fashion.
don't think I'm too close to my weight. Well, I don't know. Total weight's 127 out of 190. I think I can carry this, and it won't be too bad.
All right.
And Meyer Lurk.
We'll just do our best to remember that Penny, of course, stocked up with trade goods as is appropriate.
Meyer Lurk meat.
That is something that I don't believe we covered in the last session, which is if you want to bring potential trade supplies, things to barter, primarily with the Duamish, you would know from your previous experience that they would not particularly be fond of technological items, but could be swayed by minor things. Hard to stick your nose up at medical solutions if they work. Definitely
Pickaxes,
food,
headlamps,
basic tools.
face masks.
Yeah, some of those things, if they have a technological slant, they might frown upon that and be less interested. But
No, that was a minor joke.
oh, minor. Getting gotcha.
Let me just do a quick perusal here. What are the chances that over the last 15 or weeks or 5 weeks or however long it's been, that I would have had some sporting equipment transferred the um, from the dome, the stadium. Why am I forgetting? The Kingdome. That's what it's called.
It would be part of the trade network. You definitely have access to it. Absolutely.
Because I like the idea of coming in with sports equipment. You know, just here's the mitt, here's the ball. Now you guys can like spend some time having fun for once. So,
yeah, that is a
yes.
great idea. Interesting concept.
Let's see. If I search baseball, we get baseball bat. Maybe I bring like 2 bats and like 5 gloves and a handful of baseballs.
I still think I'm all set.
Alrighty.
I'm mostly stalling for Brian. Have we got in contact with him yet?
I have not received a message of any kind. Like I said, I talked to him directly earlier today, so I don't know what might be holding him up. Or sometimes he takes like an evening nap, and that can go over. Could be having dinner with the wife and lost track of time or something. So, question mark shrug. I did send a message through text and Discord, so hopefully he might stop by sooner than later.
I am going to, because if I just search baseball, I was expecting like baseball mitt, baseball, the ball.
Like a baseball grenade.
Yeah, I see like the grenades and stuff like that. It's not
Oh, and the
exactly what I'm
bat.
going for.
Um,
Um,
yeah, so things like the mitts and like any equipment like a catcher's protective gear and mask, those sort of things will not be in the compendium,
okay,
unfortunately.
and I can add them myself.
Yeah. Um, that'd be the kind of thing, as long as you have to enter it manually, might throw it on Penny's
Oh
inventory
yeah,
as just
that's true.
extra trade goods. Things of the sort, not in the compendium.
So what's up with the action point that's just sitting up in the top corner?
That is the party action point pool. And as it stands right now, the party has collectively used them up. So right now, the group has one action point in the group pool available for utilization.
Okay, because I was wondering why I was seeing a freaking Power Rangers lightning bolt.
Yeah, I just like the Power Rangers lightning bolt as the indicator. That'll travel map to map as just the reference point, as that number fluctuates between 1 and 7.
Yes. Yeah, remember to always do things that you're good at, so that you always get extra points,
Oh yes.
and then you
I
can give
don't
them all back
remember.
to the crew.
I don't know if, I don't think I remember any of that stuff.
I would say with a quick check that Mr. Black is good at survival, repair, melee weapons. Let's see, lockpicking and athletics are pretty good.
Oh, you meant like that.
Piloting. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I thought you meant like the goals type of thing.
No, just diff. Anytime you got to do a check.
Yep. Extra successes may be converted and saved by way of action points.
All right. Well, I have collected the food. I have alcohol already, so those are the two most important things. And I have tradable items in leisure equipment. So
Awesome.
um, I'm ready to go. I assume Mr. Black is also ready to go, and the ghost of Doc is also ready to go.
Speaking for
Yeah,
the
I'm
ghost
sitting
of
on my.
Doc, can confirm.
Yeah, I'm just sitting on my snowmobile motorcycle.
Alrighty. So, in the way of traveling out into unexplored districts, would you guys be staying together? Would you be sending Spencer out on his vehicle ahead to scout? Do you guys have an arrangement? Doc, of course, in his power armor is a little bit slower trudging behind, so he probably keeps pace with Penny at the most.
Yeah, I'm also going to be keeping pace with Penny. I might
Okay.
ride her every once in a while if my
Yeah,
legs get tired, but
I'd
so
probably be scouting ahead
yeah.
because then I'd be able to make a quick return if something bad is happening for warning.
All right.
Well, as I say, where I'm from, it's well, suppose we oughta.
All righty. So, just going to slide us over to a greater map of the Capitol Hill area. You guys will be approaching from the bottom left and coming up across and through the highway into the Broadway section. Your goal is the little inlet in the northwest at the very end of the Arboretum. Greg, you will know from your limited travels that the Arboretum is an area that was a reserve for wildlife, nature, mostly trees, and the critters that dwell within. So there's not within that area, it was previously, even pre-war, not habitated by any kind of civilized growth. But there are a lot of neighborhoods and the like in between available for salvage and the like. I would say traveling at penny speed, depending on how much you stop to salvage along the way. Could take the better part of a day to reach the edges of the Arboretum there. If you're moving very quickly. If you're taking
We
your
probably
time, it might be like you could spend a day checking stuff out, scavenging along the way, spend the night in Capitol Hill area or something, move on in the morning to the Arboretum.
That's probably what we would want to do. I think not only is this new territory, we probably want to look around and scavenge here and there anytime we found something interesting.
Of course.
So we wouldn't be fast about it. But also, it's probably a good idea to show up to the Arboretum or to the place where we're going, to the destination. Probably like mid-morning, nice and bright outside, but early enough that there's still the entire day ahead of us for trading. So, however that works out.
You don't want to just come across their village at night with glowing eyes and darkness.
At night, glowing eyes, yeah. Nope. Just a whole...
That sounds like an excellent plan, honestly.
Yeah.
Have a super sledge that's like glowing,
right?
just like on my shoulder, and the sound of a fucking snowmobile motorcycle just showing up.
That is incredibly ominous and scary, especially to the children. You'd be a thing of nightmares.
2 ghouls and a guy in power armor.
Alrighty. Mr. Houston, you are aware of the volunteer park area. That is kind of an ideal place for you guys to head to if you want to make that a destination of a good place to kind of camp out. The place itself has like an old concert area and a playground and such. Not so habitated by buildings, houses, places for ne'er-do-wells to hide and the like. Kind of a cleared out area. You know that there's a source of fresh water there that Penny can have access to. I say fresh with air quotes because it's probably irradiated, but as a ghoul, that doesn't bother you. Yeah.
Fresh for us.
Since, majority of the party is ghoulified, that all sounds pretty wonderful.
Take some midnight skinny dip.
Yeah, we'll head that way, searching on our way there. Did you want me to roll to see if we found anything interesting?
Yes, we should definitely talk about that. The areas out here have not been as heavily raided. So it is a very helpful thing. Pretty large area to scavenge across and such. The Broadway area is mostly residential. So you can expect to find things like clothing and food, usable junk that you can break down, other random things that might be of use or of interest or junk that can be broken down. I do believe that Mr. Doc acquired recently a junk jet, so things of a junk nature for him are ammunition.
Yes. Do I assume I generally know the direction that we're going, and so it's not so much like we're making a winding path as it is that we're kind of shooting straight forward, but stopping at some buildings along the way that might look interesting.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. So, and anything that we find that could be ammunition or could be tradable or money. Money's always good.
Okay, then, Mr. Krabs.
Shabling, shabling.
Money, 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 money.
All right, so as you're going through, let me have a volunteer roll for me a d4. This is going to represent how many very thorough available areas to scavenge there are.
Somebody else should volunteer. Is this a reverse scale?
I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and give you an extra one. Oh, see, Kodiak, there you go. She threw you an extra one. There you go. And that's going to be assisted by, Spencer also throwing a one.
No,
all right, what the hey? Let's call
Excellent
it three.
rolls, guys. Excellent rolls.
Let's get them out of the way now. It's
Everybody
fine.
can
It's fine.
contribute one there. So, and that'll be assisted by Spencer being able to kind of go out and scout ahead and say, oh, it looks like this area has kind of been pulled out, kind of looking at the state of things, how degraded buildings are, and how much there is strewn about versus neighborhoods that might look relatively pristine from a scavenging perspective. So since these places really haven't been searched out, can I have you guys roll for me a survival with perception? Difficulty is going to be 2. They aren't very well searched, but you do have large areas of neighborhood to kind of scour through as you're making your way about.
I will substitute for luck.
Ooh.
And I'm going to add an action point.
And is that one of your personal action points, or are you using the one out of the party pool?
My personal action points, yes.
Alrighty. Hey, you've got your 2 successes. Well done. All right. So since this is a pretty large location, there is actually quite a bit that you'll be able to scavenge in this area. You have not yet run into any resistance. It appears this area, by way of happenstance or raiders being scared off by your activity to the south, it's almost eerie how the lack thereof, in the way that you expect some resistance, even a random pack of a few wayward creatures or individuals eager to feast upon your flesh.
Okay, that's how that happens. That is good to know.
Quite so. So there are a handful of fun loot tables to be able to roll upon with your scavenging. And based on the location and the breadth of which you're able to search, can I please get, um, and just to have both of you contribute, can I please have both of you roll 2d20 twice?
2d20 twice?
Yes, sir.
Couple nat 20s in there. Pretty good.
All right, and I'm just going to make a big old list of things that you'll be able to pile up here in your findings.
So you then roll it again.
Please,
One
yes, sir.
more, yes. With feeling.
25 and 18. All righty. Clothing, some food, some beverages. Alrighty. And once again, can I please have the same thing again? Two each, 2d20. Ooh, fun. We've got... All right, and each of you, please, a 3d20. Excellent. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
And let's see. All right, and for the sake of junk, let me have each of you please roll one last time 3d20 each. LOL. Yeah, you throw in the space and it's like, no, we'll give you a 3.
Imagine the luck of getting 3 ones.
That happened to my cousin playing D&D.
But if I'm not wrong here, ones are better than 20s.
In skill checks, yes. When it comes to like the random loot tables and stuff, it's all kind of random and So it really depends on what you consider useful or not.
Everything's always useful. Chaos.
Yeah. Just a matter of putting your mind to making good use of it. So there are, as you are going about your scouting, your scavenging and everything, you're able to find some loot within a couple of small apartments. Most of the building has collapsed in. Spencer has scouted ahead to find a smaller little group of houses that are not so, like, not an apartment complex, but some houses. Although he is pretty sure that he heard gunfire.
Who's sure?
But that is nearby, close enough to where you could run over there and check it out. It was a little bit distant. Of course, his intent to scout ahead, be aware of things that might be dangerous or of interest. Heard some gunfire ahead in that little neighborhood. But before that occurs, in the Discord chat, I've got a list of things that you're able to scavenge from those apartments.
Ooh. Does Doc's junk jet take any junk?
Technically, yes. Although I would make a DM fiat that it's not going to be able to suffer a broom being shoved through it.
What?
Everything else.
But now, what if
You
you
just load it.
Now, what if you broke the broom into pieces?
Sure, yeah. Then it'd be fine.
I mean, couldn't you also just load it in like how you load a musket?
Yeah, that would mess up a little bit of the functionality of it, but it is a good point. You could definitely break it up into a couple pieces and make it work
Okay,
that
well,
way.
in
So
that case,
not entirely useless.
we're going to say that Doc collected all of the junk. The caps, the 4d20 caps and the 1d20, so 5d20 caps.
Mhm.
We can roll those.
Holy cow! Nice rolling.
Is that 770 or is that 77?
It is 77.
77 caps. Okay, so
Um,
77 caps.
but that latter 20 is in the form of pre-war money.
Oh, okay.
Now, because of classic living and nostalgia, the underground community, your friends, the ghouls, actually really love using the pre-war money
That makes sense.
because it feels good and familiar. A callback to simpler times.
Okay. Then I will notate thusly in the party pool, the party inventory, the amount of caps and pre-war money. Does Spencer have anything he's got his eye on that he particularly wants to keep?
I think I'd be taking the bourbon and vodka.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Where's my calculator? There it is. $38.81 is the new amount. And 46 is the new pre-war money. Okay. Excellent. We did not find any legitimate ammo. Oh, shoot. I have a thing.
You do
I have a
have a
thing.
thing.
I have a thing.
You have a
A
perk
perk. I have
that deals very specifically
Fortune
with
Finder.
finding extra caps.
So I have rank 2. So I find 6 D6. Yeah, plus 6 D6. Yeah.
Combat dice, yeah.
Yeah, combat dice. Okay, I will roll my 6 combat dice.
Extra stash.
Sweet. That's just 5 extra.
Well, I really like that you got all of those happy faces. That rarely happens. There's nothing in the rules that says that the happy face is anything special but a result of one. But I'm going to use that as a multiplier. So you will find 25 caps.
Ooh. Plus 25.
Extra.
3906.
Nice little stash.
Uh, 39.6 in the party inventory now.
You do not have access to the party inventory. It is back home.
Oh, all right. Well, in that
Penny's
case,
inventory.
what was this before then? Great. It was 38.24. Let me 38.24. So then we can. I'm going to start a new line here under
course.
party inventory.
As you like.
That will say traveling cap
Okay.
pool.
Could put Penny's pool.
Penny's pool it is.
I like that.
And that ends up being, what was it? 77 minus 20.
57 plus 25. So that's what? 60, 72, 62, 72, something like that. Pretty sure there's a 2 in there.
But it was 77 minus 20 in caps, so it's 57 plus 25.
Yeah, so
which
that
is
should be 82.
72?
Yep.
82 caps. Pre-war money was still 20. Take the pre-war money out of the party inventory. It is now in Penny's pool. Save changes.
Woohoo.
Okay. Spencer has notated what he wanted to take. And that was the vodka, the bourbon.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. All of this other stuff is going with Penny.
Okie dokie. And I'm sure that Doc, if and when he arrives today or next session, he'll grab onto that junk. But definitely list it in the possessions for now as a placeholder.
All right.
Inside those cigar boxes are, I mean, they've been sitting for a good couple hundred years, but well preserved in those boxes. Those are good tobacco cigars if anybody's into that sort of thing.
Oh, they're preserved.
Oh, yes.
Oh, then I would definitely take some of them.
And a fancy ashtray to go with them.
Did you want the ashtray? I'll remove it from the list.
I think I would deal without the ashtray because, who gives a shit about a little bit of ash on the sidewalk as you walk in the modern era of the wasteland. What is there going to be a fucking ghoul cop come up to me and be like, you can't do that?
Hey, don't give me any ideas.
I just
All right.
be like I have Wild Wastelander, and the fucking Ghoul Cobb just comes walking up, and he just writes you a ticket for littering.
That is all noted. We are good to continue. So we've made our way to the volunteer park. We've set up camp.
Not quite. You will have
No?
made your way, I would say, down Olive Way here. Then you make your way north a little bit, down Broadway. And then close to the intersection with East Roy Street there is where Spencer will have heard ahead. Sounded like a bit of gunfire echoing in the distance. Say, instead of like larger apartment buildings and the like, it looks a little more like a familiar residential neighborhood, like cul-de-sac style. So it's starting to get into some normal looking houses. Those two available for salvage. A nice looking little spot. However, that gunfire ahead might be a little unnerving.
Well, I'm going to make sure my hat is on and sort of gently covering my face so that nobody can see immediately that I'm a ghoul. And we will creep forward cautiously.
Creeping.
Rev's engine.
That is less cautiously.
It gets to be cautious. It's just not inconspicuous.
All right. You're coming up on this little neighborhood here. There's a large house, a couple others on the sides. Can I please get survival with perception from the two ghouls? See how much of this scene you'll be able to take in. Just as far as how many details will be immediately available to you. I do understand the map, of course, is fully visible. Also, too, just a note for the sake of new players, the system, the way the system is built, it doesn't give very specific measurements for distance, for movement, etc. Instead, to my great chagrin, it uses zones in that they are close, medium, long, far away. I am not a fan of zones because I always forget to draw the zones on the map until people get there and then ask, and then I panic, change my pants. This time, I've remembered last minute and put those zones in there.
Beautiful zones.
All right, so Greg does not have any successes, but Spencer does.
I accidentally put my hat too far over my face.
Good job.
All right, let's see. No, I did it with, that's fine. Close enough. Doc, from his vantage point through the clear eyes of his power armor, able to pick up a little bit more. So, Spencer, you will immediately see everything from your vantage point there where your token is, down the alley. You'll also be able to see an individual, the source of the gunfire, where it appears these massive bears are closing in on. Doc is able to pick up growling. He lets you know he can hear through the echo. There appear to be a couple more closing in from the other side of the house. Greg, don't forget that you have your handy dandy Wilson with you.
Yes. Oh, don't worry. I won't forget. Wilson has been a long time coming. I have been waiting for a Wilson.
But yeah, so with Doc and Spencer able to say, hey, here's what looks like the situation is, you will all be clued in. Penny can be conveniently tethered outside of the danger zone. She's traveled with you enough to know when you give a certain signal not to be extra loud and mooing. What do
Such a sweet
the
girl.
ghouls and the man in the medically painted power armor see in the form of Kodiak Lucker backing toward a house, gun raised, with Yao Guy ferociously closing in on her position?
So you'll see that her hair is pulled up out of her face, and she has. You can't. I probably can't fully tell if it's either war paint or tattoos under her eyes. And she has just like a tan colored t-shirt, dark pants, black boots. Um, she has a machete tied in a sheath on her hip, but she's opting to use her rifle instead because giant bear. You don't want to attack a giant bear with the knife unless that's all you have.
Sounds perfect.
She is attempting to get high enough where they can't swipe at her.
So she's trying to climb up on top of the building.
She's trying to climb up on top of the building or just somewhere where she has at least the high ground.
Aha.
Going full, not go, going full Obi-Wan.
Yeah, so you will see that little box outside there is a thing that can be climbed up on, and then the roof can be reached from there. It will take an athletics check to scramble up there. Give
How
you
do
that better vantage point.
How do?
So on your character sheet under skills, if you hover above the word athletics, you'll see it light up in green. If you click that, it will roll the dice. It will ask you if you want to spend extra dice. In that instance, that is where you would use action points to buy extra dice. Luck can be used to re-roll dice. Action points can be used to add to the pool.
Okay.
You
And
will,
lower on these is better.
yes, indeed. You are rolling essentially 2d20. For every success you get, it will count toward the difficulty. Because you have the box there, I'm going to say it's going to be only a difficulty of 1. So if you get more than 1 success, it will be added to the pool. I just posted out our handy dandy action points. I'm going to throw that in the bottom right here. Little Power Ranger lightning bolt. That is the party pool. So when action points are earned, you can hoard them to yourself. You can contribute them to the pool. You can use them immediately for like more damage or better effect or something. In this instance, you have 1 success. So before we get into initiative, you are welcome to position yourself anywhere up on top of that roof.
I'll go up there.
All right. You now have the high ground. Anakin has no chance. All right. So Spencer and Greg and Doc will be able to see down the little sub-road there. The woman clad in her leather armor, hair up, brandishing a pretty bulky rifle, scrambling up to the roof to avoid the peril of the incoming Yao Guy. I would like everybody to throw into initiative. Don't forget to select your character token. Sometimes it does and doesn't cooperate when it comes to that. Let's see. These the bears all have a 15. I'm just going to add them manually here, and then they will act at 15. Oh, and for new players again, I do allow for essentially your initiative can be used as a number of dice to roll. So you can either take your base result, or we essentially create a weapon called initiative and then throw the dice on there, and you can roll for a more random result, as Greg has just done there. But you can also just take your number.
I wouldn't
and
mind
go with
doing
it.
the. I can do the random result.
I don't actually. I don't have a quote unquote weapon that I roll for initiative. I just go to the where it says little dice in the upper left there,
Yeah.
face dice, and I type in whatever my initiative number is, and I roll it that way.
I want to do what?
So if you're looking
Well,
at
that's
your sheet, just to the left of where it says the Fallout at the top, and the Whisper rolls to GM, there's a
Oh, the
face.
quick roll.
Yeah. So click on the face. I type in mine's 13, so I type in 13, and then just roll it that way. Because I'm silly.
And then for Wilson, please remind me, Wilson, does he act on your turn or does he have his own initiative?
That
Actually,
is an
don't
excellent
recall.
question. I also don't recall. Where would I find that information?
It would be under the companion perk in the core book.
Ah, yes. Let me open up the core book.
Like that?
Exactly like that.
Okay.
Is Robot Wrangler was the perk.
I will also check. While you're looking at the perk, I will look in the companion section.
You choose to travel the wilderness with a robot companion. You have a robot companion that serves as a friend and ally in the hazards of the wasteland. You gain an allied NPC creature that follows your commands. They cannot recover from injuries or health points without receiving repairs. They do not require food, beverages, nor can they gain benefit from consuming them or other chems. Options for this perk can be found Chapter 3, Companions and Automatons on 62. Okay,
It's
scroll to
funny,
62.
it doesn't have that listed in the table of contents. It like skips past that. And that's supposed to be the core book?
Initiative. A companion does not take a separate turn during combat. Rather, it counts as having the same initiative as you, and it will take actions as part of your turn each round.
Excellent.
Okay, how did you guys roll the thing? Because the demiplane works different.
Yeah, demiplane is going to be a little bit wonky. So in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see a little circle that has a happy face dice and then another dice. If you click that, you'll want to click that and then damage roll. And
Where's the
then
happy face?
it should be floating on your sheet in the bottom left-hand corner. It shows a pair of dice there. One of them is a happy face showing. Are you on the? I should back up. Are you on the Demiplane website, or are you using your character sheet pop out?
I'm using the character sheet pop out from Demiplane. So it's technically on their website, but it pops out.
Oh, okay. I'm going off of the Roll20 version, so I'm not sure what the Demiplane side looks like. But there should
That
be
one,
somewhere
it
to
like
input
I
custom
know
dice
the
roll.
initiative. Oh,
So your character has a base initiative of 11, but you have the option to roll 11 damage dice to see if you get a different slash better result. Yeah, on the Roll20 site, it has like a little floating thing in the corner, so that's pretty handy.
Is us rolling this more work for you? Like, do you have to manually add me into the turn order when I roll like that?
Yes, but it's a few button clicks. I don't consider it extra work more so than being a DM anyway, so I'm totally
Oh,
fine
okay.
with it. No worries.
I just didn't want to be a pain in the ass, you know.
I like how that came up with the results there. Because the effect is rare, I think I would like to count effects as double result. So that means, too, you have a better chance of getting higher than your base. So like Kodiak, let me switch to 14 there. For Greg, you have an extra 3, so that'll put you at 11, along with Wilson.
Wilson!
And Spencer will be 9 plus 4 is 13. Alrighty then. So we've got bears. They are charging in on her location. As far as movement goes, 2 of them are going to be able to make it into the close zone, spending extra with the movement. The others from the outside will have to spend their major and minor action closing in. So this system has, on each of your turns, you get a major and you get a minor action. You can take an additional major or minor if you spend action points. It is 2 action points for a major, 1 for a minor. Sometimes a perk will let you take another attack for only 1 action point instead of 2. Hint, hint. I think your quick shot, I think, allows for that for Kodiak. But with that being said, a minor action move is 1 zone, and then a major action sprint is 2 zones. So that is where the bears have charged up from the outside to close the distance. 2 of them are making it closer. They are going to have a very, very difficult time trying to climb up and reach you. But they can try. Oh my goodness. Well, I was going to call it a difficulty of 3. So they are both kind of pawing at the side of the house. One is following the box that you climbed up. The other one is using the door frame and the cornerstone there. They are not able to climb up onto the roof to get you, but they are very close. They have pretty sure footing. They have followed your scent, and your trail up there. So brace yourself, Kodiak. There are bears afoot closing in on your location. By way of the initiative order, Kodiak is the first among players to act, and she may respond how she likes.
The one that is using the box, I will try to shoot it in the face.
Alrighty. So your gun has normally a long range, which typically adds 1 to the difficulty, or adds 2 to the difficulty. Because you have the high ground there and you're shooting down, I'm going to say advantageously, we're going to cut that down. Most things, of course, they have a defense of 1. So your shot on the bear will have a difficulty of 2.
Oh dear.
Now, your small guns is going off of perception instead of agility. Why is that?
I don't know. I think it's because it's the weapon.
Aha, so it is. We want that. Let me adjust that.
I had to be special, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Be special. You're cool.
Don't worry, we're all special here.
I have adjusted that on the sheet. Go ahead and roll that again.
And this time we're shooting for low numbers.
Yes. All right. So, with 1 success, you are 1 short of successfully shooting the bear because you do need 2 with firing that at a closer range. You can spend a point of luck to re-roll a d20 if you like.
Fuck it. Yeah, fuck it.
I like the enthusiasm.
I hate it here.
Nothing changes.
So essentially, it's supposed to just re-roll 1 dice. Since your first result there is an 8, I am going to count that as success. Go ahead, please,
Yay.
and roll the damage for me.
3, but then I get a +1 from the grunt perk, so 4.
Now, does the grunt perk give you an extra dice to roll for damage, or does it just say plus 1 damage?
+1 DC damage with submachine guns, combat rifles, assault rifles, frags, and combat knives.
Okay, so it should give you an extra dice on that, which means we would technically want to make your shot be for the damage an 8 instead of a 7. We'll update that. So we will call it 3 damage. These guys do have a little bit of physical damage reduction. However, your the piercing effect is going to be able to get through that. The burst effect means that you can hit an additional target within close range. It does spend an extra ammo, but that means you can actually hit both of them with this spray. And then the stun feature means that the target cannot take a normal action on their next turn. They would have to spend extra AP. So both of them are going to take a little bit of damage. Not a ton showed up there. However, getting the stun effect means that they will not be able to try to get up on the roof on the next turn. What shall I use for stun here? I'm going to give them back pain. So, due to your lofty position on the roof, firing down upon the bears as they're snarling and clawing at the edge of the roof, pawing away snow. They were starting to get pretty good traction to try to follow you up there. Your quick response in shooting down a spray of bullets doesn't hurt them as much, but it definitely takes them out of their wherewithal to continue the climbing assault. They will be rendered shocked.
How much ammo did that spend?
It's just going to be 2 ammo, unless whenever it comes up to rolling additional damage dice, because you have a rate of fire of 3, you always have the option to add up to 3 more damage dice. Each of those will spend an additional ammo. With this one, and I apologize for not having clarified that before, but you will be able to utilize that at your leisure. For this, it's just a quick shot, couple bullets go down, give them flesh wounds, but shake them because of the stun. So just 2 ammo used in that.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Black, you are up next, sir.
Mr. Spencer Black.
Oh, well. Started.
What's that, sorry?
What?
It is your turn, sir.
Oh. Sorry. Well, I probably would have to. I'm moving up.
Depending on your weapon range.
Yeah, you think a sledgehammer fucking has weapon range?
Got rockets on it.
It depends on how long your arms are.
I'm just one of
all the way
those
across the block.
Yeah, I'm one of those VR chat skeletons that have super long arms.
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have to walk up. No, I don't know how walking works on this in combat.
So it would be from your location there outside of the circle, it would be a sprint to move 2 zones. If you wanted to close the distance, for example, to that nearest bear there, where I'm pinging, if you wanted to slide up there, it would take the major action of sprint. So you would want to spend it would be another, well, usually it'd be 2 AP for another major action. If you spend a minor and then 1 AP for another move, technically you can make your attack there by spending only 1 AP. That is economically how I would do it. So for 1 action point, you'd be able to close the distance and take a swing with the sledgehammer.
And that takes the 1 action point from the party.
If you like, it is available. I don't know how many personal action points you have. According to your sheet, it says 6 out of 6.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's accurate. Go with it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 6 out of 6 on personal one and 6 out of 6 on luck points.
Okay. So yeah, you
Yeah,
could utilize personal or party pool. Party pool is there for everybody to use.
yeah.
But if you have plenty in stock,
I'd rather use the one that's in personal then,
all right.
and move that distance and then attack.
All right, cool. Don't forget too that you can use action points to get another d20 on your attack. You can use it to get extra damage, while luck is used to re-roll after the fact.
Okay.
Too bad this isn't regular D&D. Those would be great rolls.
Right.
Yeah, it would be.
All right,
Oh,
it
I'm
appears
missing.
that is a whiff. You can use luck points to reroll a d20. You only need one success to hit.
All right, then I guess use one luck to reroll.
All right. Go ahead and throw up another d20. Looks like you're looking to get under a 12.
Nah, I don't know how you do just one with this.
That would come again with
Probably the
it is
custom roll.
it is a custom roll, and again, I'm not sure what you're seeing on the demiplane side of it. I just see the character sheet on Roll20 where it has the little hovering dice companion thing.
I'll just do the. Okay, I figured it out. And that was fucking horrible.
Oof.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Thank you for
if this was normal
giving me
D&D,
Kool-Aid,
this would
man.
be perfect.
Yes, normal D&D, that would be awesome. Unfortunately, in this game, rolling a 20 is not awesome. So, the bear is going to roll up and parry away the sledgehammer, not expecting it to react so quickly. It will knock the weapon from your hands. It will clatter into the snowy mud. Um, on your next turn, it is a minor action just to draw a weapon, so you can pretty quickly pick it up. But for right now, it is rearing up on its feet, roaring, smacks the weapon out of your hand. Definitely within reach, but we'll take that minor action to re-equip it.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think that's end turn.
All right. Well, Doc is not going to leave you undefended, and he is going to be charging up. He's going to do the same thing, spending an action point, close that distance so that he can make an attack. He has his special weapon, the electrified robo scalpel.
It's Brian.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he's at tonight. He hasn't responded. I don't know what he's doing. Hopefully he's okay. I know he was sick the other day and then got better, and yeah, I don't
Probably
know.
sleeping. He probably pulling me from last week.
It can happen. All right, looks like he's able to successfully smack the bear, draw its attention. For 6 damage. And he's got piercing 1. He is going to be able to break through. What was that Yao guy's physical? Breaks through all of it. So 6 damage. Roar. Spencer, you can see up close now these great furry beasts. It is a very wicked slash. Energy sparking across the blade that Doc swings into it. They have pretty thick fur, pretty strong muscles. For all that that would have hurt a normal person pretty bad, these creatures appear to be very resistant. He does have the persistent effect, which means that the target will suffer weapon damage again on next turn for the number of turns equal to effects rolled, which is 2. So that electricity is going to be arcing across the Yaogai's form. It's going to feel the burn of the slice. And I am going to put an indicator on him for the fact
He's radiant.
glowing, lighting up the street. All right, with Doc having made his slash, helping to draw attention away from Spencer and his dropped sledgehammer. Next up will be Greg and Wilson.
Yes, well, Greg is going to look at the whole situation there. And Greg, what he hopes would happen, and you can tell me if this is a terrible idea and not to do it just in case. But what I want to do is I want to use my
Just do it.
Adelaide, and I want to throw a grenade. Since I upgraded my Adelaide, I can now throw at no penalty at range L. And I would very much like to put it in the street near those 2 Yaogai that are harassing Kodiak, but I don't want to hit Kodiak. Is Kodiak being on top of the building cover for any potential grenades?
What is going to happen there is, as long as you give an audible warning, something like fire in the hole, incoming, 4, whatever, she can make an athletics check to kind of drop herself against the roof, and the angle will protect her. It will be an athletics check, only a difficulty of 1. As long as you give that vocal warning, she can avoid all damage from the grenade. If she doesn't make that check, she will be susceptible to half damage.
Okay.
She does have some measure of protection just by way of the roof, but some of that explosive shrapnel can reach her. She doesn't drop quick enough.
Okay. So then I will spend a minor action to move myself. And my robot. Is there a way to connect me and my robot together?
Yeah, I can do that. Let me group. There you go.
Nice. Cool. So we're going to spend a minor action to get into this zone and then throw 2 zones away. I assume that's considered 2 zones away.
Yes, sir.
To the 1 zone with the 2 Yaogai. And we will throw with the Adeladdle. And I'm going to use my final personal action point as extra.
All right. Looking for 2 successes here, as is the standard for grenades. You got 5 successes, so you can...
That's what I'm looking for.
Holy crap. So that means you can add 3 action points to yourself, to the party pool, or you can use those action points right away to throw in for extra damage. You can...
I'm going to put 2 into my personal pool and then 1 to damage.
All right. So you'll get an extra damage die there. Might want to roll custom on your damage die then with the extra 1. Normally there's 6 damage dice, so you're looking to have 7.
Yep.
And then I will need Kodiak to please make a difficulty 1 athletics check.
Yes.
To avoid the blast.
As I throw it, I say, "Bombs away! Dive, dive, dive!"
What a drama queen.
Now, she did post up earlier in the chat a BRB. I don't know if she has returned yet. I will let that linger audibly for a response. All right, and not hearing a response, I will go ahead and roll that. Looks like she's going to be okay. So both of those bears are going to roar. Explosion goes off. And
and does that count as an attack? Would Wilson also be using his
oh
ready to
yes, he
fight?
has that ability, that thing where he does laser blasts when you target things.
Yes. When you succeed in an attack, your companion attacks as well. Oh, let me just. Can I post that? Is there a easy? No, there's not. Okay, never mind. I'll just read it. Yeah, your companion attacks as well, choosing to make a ranged attack or a melee attack. It may need to move before making this attack. The companion's attack hits automatically, but inflicts half the listed damage, rounded up to a minimum of 2 CD. If the companion is a creature with a natural melee attack, at the 5th level, every 5 levels beyond that, add +1 CD damage. So,
Oh yeah. So we talked about some of that, since Wilson isn't a melee fighter. That
Right.
is irrelevant.
Yes.
Because you took perks to up the damage and stuff. Also, I like that as vicious. That's dangerous. That agitated sniper laser, you're able to roll 3 combat dice.
Okay.
And now, because you threw their grenade, his firing with you, he's only going to be able to target one of those Yao guy. Okay. I would like for you to choose left or right before you roll your damage. Alrighty.
Left. Okay. And Wilson. And okay. How do I roll this? I click on guns for skills, or no.
It automatically hits, so you're just looking at the 3 combat dice.
Oh, so I just roll 3 combat dice.
Yep.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, that is the awesomeness of that ability of Wilson, is that auto hit.
Oh, whoops. That's 7.
You rolled all of the dice.
Yes. Let's just do that once more, with less feeling this time.
Well, that is not a lot of damage.
Yes.
For the sake of fate and everything, let's take the first 3 from that first roll, which would ping 1 damage with a vicious effect. So it'll take a couple.
Okay.
Brzap. Next time.
It's literally
I'll
his
be
first
less
shot.
lenient.
Okay, like he's
Ever, yes.
maybe I have to calibrate. I just gotta clean off his eye really quick. It's fine.
First time up here in the winter wasteland. A little foggy on the lens.
That's
No,
all
you
right, little
forgot
buddy.
to take
You
off
got
the
this.
lens cap.
All right, now that is an automatic strike that happens with yours. By the rules, Wilson still has his own action, I believe.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's right. Okay, cool.
I remember we did a lot of talking about this when you were creating the companion and going through picking the perks and stuff.
Yes. I am going to. I'm sorry. Wilson is going to attack the Yao guy right next to Doc and Spencer.
Ah, okay, cool.
So.
Don't miss.
How do I attack with him? I just click the agitated laser, 0 additional dice, submit.
It has a defensive 1 that counts as a success.
Tweet.
Strike successful.
Roll the damage.
Holy cow.
Oh, jeez.
That is 11 total. But let me double check. I keep looking at their... Oh, I
It
see
must have been a magic
Kodiak.
lens wipe I used. Jeez.
They only have a 1 on their energy damage reduction. So I'll give 1 point back. And you technically get 1 back too. Most effective blast so far. Square right in the face. He was hurt from the cut. Now super angry from that blast to the face. Recoils him up. Sends him up on 2 feet. Pawing at the air. Roaring in anger. Still focused on the shiny white in front of him in the form of Doc. That laser definitely did not improve his mood. You are not making friends and influencing people.
Oh, man.
No, Wilson's not making friends.
Touche. All right. So with that, you are welcome to spend action points to take another major action, or we'll cycle back to the top of the order.
No, Wilson's got nothing else to do. He's gonna just hang out with me. That'll be the end of the turn.
All right. Well, this Yao guy, seeing that laser flash from around the corner, seeing his companions are getting their own shiny food, is going to take an opportunity to move a zone. And then he'll have to spend his other action moving into the next zone to close the distance to you guys. Roar! But he will not be able to attack. The other two, because of the stun provided from Kodiak shots, are not able to take their regular full action. So they're continuing to attempt to scramble up there, but don't have enough to break through the shock, the shots they receive, the glare of the muzzle fire in their faces. So their turn
And the
is
grenade.
spent futilely, and the grenade that went off, Kurt blast. They will be spent futilely pawing at the edge of the roof, not able to get enough purchase to get up there at Kodiak. There is a Yao guy directly in front of Doc. Now, Doc has a regular defense of 1, but a ton of physical damage reduction. So let's see how this goes, as the Yao guy is going to attempt to claw at them. Ooh. They all do have an action point. I'll save it for next round. So he's just going to be clawing at Doc. Ooh, a success with an action point. I think I'm going to store that. And let's see how they do for damage. They potentially have enough to be able to claw through that reduction and cause harm. So let's see how that goes. Uh-oh, I just got word our fellow new player has an emergency and has to go. Very apologetic.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Indeed. For background information, She is incredibly well versed in the Fallout lore, all the way back to the originals and stuff, um,
Ooh,
and is
I might have to
very
pick her brain.
ooh, right. That's what I said. Um, she is very enthusiastic about her character in the game here. I personally am just gonna go out on a limb and say that it's poor timing and circumstance. I don't think has to do with a bad vibe or she's leaving the game or anything. Um, just for the sake of, oh, that's not a good sign.
I also love the first Fallout. I still have the CD.
Oh yeah. No, we were talking earlier about iguana bits and stuff being humans and
Oh yeah, the humans.
yeah, referencing that stuff. Hold on.
Fantastic stuff.
I will go
It's
ahead
painful.
and
One, that's deep.
take over for her a little bit, but she might be a little bit tight-lipped and nervous about meeting new people as far as me playing in the spirit of her till she opens up next session, reveals more about herself.
Yeah, I was gonna say we maybe fade to black after the battle's done and not do much RP just so that she plays herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So location-wise, I have so many things covering my screen here. It's annoying that that dice window pops up where it is, right where I like to govern. I guess I could move all this over, given your guys' location on the field here. Just a moment while I reorganize my screen. Bloop. All right. Crisis averted. So that
There was a
location shot
crisis?
of a 16. Oh yeah, I had a personal crisis of had a bunch of stuff like minimize window on my screen in the initiative window, and then when I click the dice roller thing, it pops out right amongst all of that. So it's just a minor annoyance. I just had to reshuffle where stuff was stored on
No.
my screen. That is going to be a claw to the left leg, and it has vicious. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is going to be 8 points of damage to the left leg of his armor. Ouch, he just got all that fixed. He is not going to be
Yeah, he
happy
did.
about that.
That's gonna be fun. You come back and you tell him, "Oh, his armor's broken."
The big old bear claw slashes. Well, that is the risk of being painted shiny red and white and being all huge and noisy and slicing a bear with your electrified scalpel.
I like to think that that's a literal scalpel from like a doctor's office, and it's got like a little battery with a little copper wire on it.
Um, he does have that persistent damage, so that is something I want to make sure that I get added in here. It won't do the persistent again, that's only a couple of turns, but it is going to be still shocking and hurtful. So the bear is going to suffer some more from that extra hurtiness. All right, so that is going to take care of bear turns. Care Bear. I believe Kodiak is up next. And she's just going to be on autopilot, so she's going to be blasting away again. Difficulty of 2 to hit the bears here. I'll rely on burst for extra damage to allies if she hits it. Ooh. Hard angle after standing up after the blast happened from the grenade and her coming up, so a little bit harder for her to shoot these guys. That is a little bit dangerous because they might be able to scramble up onto the roof with her in the next turn. That is going to take us to Mr. Black. Again, just a minor action will rearm yourself with your sledgehammer, but you don't have to if you have something else ready.
Well, pretty sure quick draw wouldn't that be able to take care of that by picking it up?
Yes, it would.
So I wouldn't need to even use a minor action. To pick up my weapon.
I did very much specify that it would be the draw minor action for you to get that back. Pick up or put down an item within reach. Quick draw allows you to do that quicker.
Yep.
You are blessed.
So I'm already have my weapon in my hands and I just attack.
Swing batter. Ooh-wee.
Nice.
Yes, indeed. So you're able to bank 2 action points off of that. Only need 1 success to hit this here electrified, angry bear. Go ahead and roll damage for me. And again, you can use those action points right away to add up to 3 extra damage dice or store them as you like. All right, that heated super sledge, lots of damage coming in, but it doesn't highlight what effects you have on it, if any. I
No, it does
assume
not.
there are some.
I'd assume 2 plus also perks.
Let me see here. I'm again not as familiar with the.
Because I have the mighty legendary on it. It has vicious item property.
Ooh.
Breaking item property.
So that means, yeah, an extra 4 damage with the vicious property. Any other effects with it?
Modifier for the super sledge for the heating coil is super sledge can accept only +1 damage die, change damage type to energy. It doesn't really say much for it.
Let me see.
So I go back over
So
to perks.
two-handed, breaking, and vicious has the heating coil. Those things are applied. Okay, so breaking allows you to get through cover. Awesome.
So because I have big leagues, I get the vicious damage effect.
All right. Oh, and then you have the stun pack. So it automatically adds to your damage, which is why you have hella dice that are being rolled there.
Yeah.
But it also gains the stun property in addition to changing its type to energy. So that means its resistance is less than what I gave it. So that's going to be an extra damage. And then has the stun property. So I'm going to give it some back pain here. So it will have to spend an action point to do anything. It is very close to death. Probably the persistent damage from the electrified scalpel. You can.
Does that mean you're stunning?
He is stunning. Getting. So that smashing swing with the sledge comes in, and you're able to connect in between, kind of into the neck and the shoulder area. You feel a lot of crunching. You watch as its body kind of compresses in around that sledge hit, feeling that satisfying crunch. You hear the snapping of bones within. You see one of its arms starting to hang a little bit limp. It growls in response, but the growl is not so much aggressive as it is hurtful. And the look on its face, for a moment, it is still a little bit aggressive and bloodthirsty, but you see immediately that pained look come across its face as you have nearly brought it down. It stumbles, again, relying on now 3 of its legs. One of them is gingerly being favored. That there Yao guy is nearly finished off, and the glowing blood that drips from it, you can tell it is, it might be able to attack Doc again, but in so doing is probably going to be the last move that it takes in this world, should the opportunity arise. Unfortunately for that creature, and Doc's own bloodlust here in the wasteland, he's not going to wait for that to happen, and instead is going in for the final kill, swinging at the side opposite that you made your crushing blow. And I'm not going to roll damage because it only has the 2. Well, it could maybe be glancing. I better roll the damage. Yep, it's excessive. Yes, so Doc is not going to wait for it to succumb to its own wounds. He is going to mightily swing his blade, again, coming from the other side of the sledgehammer, completing the damage arc. The bear lets out a very pathetic roar as it collapses down into the snow, blood beginning to pool around it, as one of your foes has been eliminated. He is then going to spend his minor action to move up and attempt to challenge the bears that are threatening the girl on the roof. We will see how that works out. Because they are very hungry and very aggressively trying to claw their way up there, and they're no longer stunned. Well, he's able to get one of their attention, but not both. And he will make a threatening, insulting remark, as only Brian can do, something somewhat inappropriate, probably something uncouth about their mother. And that will bring us now to Greg and Wilson. There's a big old bear right in your face, roaring, having just arrived, pounded across the snow to close the distance after seeing the laser flare from Wilson. Very eager to take a bite out of some shiny and some ghoul flesh. How would you like to respond, sir?
Preferably by cowering, but I don't think that is an option here. So I will choose the fight option of fight or flight, and I am going to throw my 2-shot throwing knives at the bear right in front of me. And I am going to add an action point.
Ooh, all right. Has a defensive 1, and you've got 3 successes. You've got 2 action points you can bank or utilize at your leisure.
I will bank both.
Alrighty.
And now when I roll this damage, should I just automatically put the extra 3 in there for Wilson?
If it gives you the option, you can go ahead and do that. Because it is an auto hit, so he's essentially adding on to the strikes that you're doing there. Go for it.
Wilson, get your shit together.
All right, well, you do have the vicious property, so that will make it a total of 5. Has a physical resistance of 2, which will drop that down to 3. So you definitely hit, but you can see one of your blades bounces off of his hide and actually clatters into the street. One of them penetrates into the hide, but not very far at all. It's a lot of fur and tough muscle to get through. And Wilson's laser blast kind of careens off of the forearm, singes some fur, causes a little bit of pain, but obviously not that much. But that was his auto strike that accompanied your toss.
Yep.
Now, you still have available your minor action if you wanted to change your position or do anything else before Wilson takes his full turn.
If I wanted to attack again, it would be 2 action points.
Yes, it would.
All right, why the heck not? All right, we're going to spend 2 action points.
It does increase the difficulty by 1.
Okay, and
Heads
I'm
up there.
going to add a dice, so I'm going to spend my last action point, my third
Okay.
and last action point, and personal action point, to add a dice
All right.
to do the attack once more, throwing knives, 1 extra dice.
Thwack, thwack. Refocusing. 2 successes, 2 action points.
Okay. Then I'm going to use both of those action points to go towards damage.
Ooh, all right.
And it's not like a once per turn thing. Like Whistling Sing isn't a once per turn thing. It's a like any time that I successfully hit.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will get my normal plus 5 more. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So you're not only able to break through all of that resistance that he has with fur and muscle, but a much better strike. 13 damage in total, as you're able to pierce sensitive parts in the face this time, rather than simple body shots. Now your daggers are stuck in very well in the maw, under the eye. Laser shot blasting off one of the ears, which is very, very painful.
I would like, if it's possible, I would like to have Wilson attack, and then have us both move for our minor actions. Is that possible, or do I have to like complete mine and then complete his?
Technically, it would be complete yours, then complete his, but because you're doing like a coordinated focus strike here, I'll allow you to both move together after his shot. That's fine with me.
Okay, then I'm gonna have Wilson take his laser shot. Is he at a disadvantage because it's a ranged weapon and he's shooting somebody in the same zone?
His range is medium, so technically it would have an increased difficulty of 1 for being so close.
Okay.
We didn't have to worry about that about the auto hits because they auto hit.
He only got 1 success, so.
Yeah, and Wilson doesn't have luck to go with it.
Nope.
So that would technically be a miss. I don't know if the game system allows for it. It might be something to be researched, but as a DM fiat, just because I'm nice and it's been a while since we gathered, I'll allow you to spend your luck points for Wilson. At least in this session until we find out that it's otherwise illegal.
Okay. That is very generous. I will decline at this point. I'm just going to say that this shot hopefully distracted the Yao Guai, and what I'd really love to do is run and hide behind this wall, and hopefully the Yao Guai can't see me. So I did hit him in the face with some knives. Maybe my stealth will work. So I will use
Okay.
in place of whatever it is, I'll use luck.
I like
to
the
see if I can
idea
sneak.
of that. He will be able to. He does have senses to track. And it's going to come full circle now to the bears. So with it coming to his turn, I am going to make him have to track in order to discern your location. I should have spent an action point, but I didn't. So he's going to come charging in the general direction where he saw you run and look around, be like, ugh, I don't see or smell anything. And then, sniffing at the air, you as a ghoul and Wilson as a robot don't really put off as much as a smell as Penny does. So he's going to spend his turn going out, following his nose, and being attracted. You hear,
No, not Penny.
coming out of the fringe, a very forlorn and worried moo as you realize that Penny has become a new target and the bear has found her. Alas, had to travel 2 zones to get there, so he won't be able to attack. I won't be mean and just spend his action point to do so because I know she doesn't have many hit points. I'll give you an opportunity to respond, but you know that she's in peril. So if you don't do something about it soon, then that will be fate.
And you
Understand.
have to carry all that junk or leave it all
Oh
behind.
no, I can't. I gotta save Penny. She's such a good girl.
There are 2 bears in the north. One was able to have attention drawn by Doc. The other one is going to be able to attempt to scramble up on top of the roof to get at your new friend whose name you do not know. Oh,
Damn.
Urgh.
Looks like Doc might be losing more pieces of armor soon.
That was the check to scramble up on the roof.
Damn. I just like to think that's funny that he's gonna come back and he's gonna have fucking broken armor.
That's punishment for his nap, I suppose. All right, so the Yao guy is able to scramble up to the roof and roar. That is going to be his turn. The other going to take a bite out of crime, trying to chomp through that armor. That is going to be successful. Let's see where he's biting on his body. Is that the other leg? It is the other leg.
At least it's the other one and not the same one.
Oh, got a couple piercing in there.
Well, she's back.
So that's 11 total. Let me check out Doc here because there is a substantial reduction.
Don't worry, Cody. You didn't miss much.
There's going to be a few. So 3 of the reduction is going to apply. Oof. More of that incredible damage to the other leg of the power armor. Ooh-wee. Power armor's taking some hits. Also, hey there, welcome back. If you can hear us audibly.
Yeah. Sorry, I got really sick all of a sudden.
Very sorry to hear. Thank you for trying to push through and still join us. Appreciate the effort very, very much. Do not feel bad if the weather has overtaken you and you do need to exit. There's no harm, no foul, no judgment. Health and personal always comes first. I'd like to cast blame on your dinner. You didn't tell us what you had, but whatever it was, shame on you. Not you, but it.
Shame on the cook.
It was just pasta and meatballs.
Duh, those vicious meatballs.
They were already cooked. They were just frozen meatballs.
Not enough, perhaps. Well, we will join your letter writing campaign to your congressperson to fight against the.
Cathedral City.
All right, well, that is pretty awesome timing for your return. The good news is that it is your turn. The bad news is that one of those bears has scrambled up to join you on the roof, and so
But the
it
good
is
news is
right
you're
up
not
on
dead.
you.
I
Yeah.
cast no.
So it is roaring, rearing up on, trying to keep its footing on the snowy roof there. It did make its check to make it up there, but was not able to yet take a swing. The other bear was distracted by Doc and his shiny, pretty power armor. So he is sacrificing now both legs in the pursuit of saving you from the bear ambush here. It is your turn. You are welcome to choose what you do.
Hmm.
Indeed.
I'm just gonna try to shoot it again. And or can I try to go further up the roof, like back away from it and shoot?
Yeah, if you wanted to move yourself, it's a little bit precarious on the corner over here, but still counts as roof. So you can, if you move back over there, you'll still have that difficulty of 2 to hit. If you stay right there, it'll be a difficulty of 3. So I would encourage you to move 1 or 2 squares to your left before taking your shot, just for making it easier. So yeah, only a difficulty of 2 to blast at him there. And if you get a hit, it stuns him. The one that died is the one that got the extra action points. Well, that's a pity.
Yep.
All right, 2 successes. Yes, I love that gift. So anyway, I started blasting. Now, you've got your 2 successes there. Before you roll for damage, if you spend up to 3 more ammo, you can get up to 3 more damage dice. You don't have to. It is a limited resource, but it is also the most prevalent ammo in the wasteland. No telling, too, if your new friends might have some, but it's not a guarantee. So always that risk-reward play. Or you can just straight up roll the damage and see what you get. It is entirely up to you.
I rolled. I did the 3.
3 extra? All right, so
Yeah.
fully unloading there. So no extra effects rolled. Unfortunately, not able to share some bullets down below with the other bear, but that is a lot of damage being blasted into this guy.
Giggity.
So was that,
Minus.
what was that? Five bullets I just did. Or
Four. Four. He does have a little bit of resistance, and unfortunately didn't spark that result of a face to get that stun effect. Now, something nifty, you can spend 1 luck point to re-roll your damage dice.
All of them, or just 3?
Just 3.
Um,
Which means you could turn one of those blank faces into a happy face and get a stun and more damage. That's always optional too, but I, of course, want to encourage all your available options there.
no, I think that's it.
Alrighty. Well, very effective blast. Because of his size and the precarious situation up there, he does have to make an athletics check on his turns to stay up on the roof and not slide and tumble off. So that is to your advantage as well. We will see how that plays out on his turn. Up next. You can also spend a couple of action points to take another major action, which would be an attack. But you also don't have to there. But that's always something. The caveat to that is it does increase the difficulty by 1, but you get that extra attack roll at your leisure. Again, not obligated to take it, but is an option should you wish to utilize. If not, Spencer will be up.
No, that's it for me.
Alrighty. The carcass of a bear, broken by your sledgehammer, sliced by the scalpel, lies before you. You know that there are 2 bears to your north, 1 to your southeast. The world is your oyster, Mr. Black. What would you like to do?
I'm going to continue forward to the bear with Doc is.
All right.
Probably, I don't know. I keep on thinking stupidly of, I just like put my hand down where the blood is. For some reason, I keep on thinking about doing that, where I'm just like swipe up some blood, put it down on like my forehead before continuing.
Rah! Get your own tribal mask there.
Yeah, go like that.
I wish I could do the voices and shit like that.
I love Spencer's ghoul voice. Love, love, love it.
Oh, good.
You would think working at a preschool I would have good voices, but I don't.
Yeah, we talk like this, and yeah.
You do me a
I
favor and say Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
The best voice I could do is like a mildly okay Carl Weezer, but that's a
I always end up defaulting into British accents because I watch too much Monty Python and stuff. That is about the extent of my range, besides going deep or high. And I can't do ladies' voices unless I do the Monty Python screechy old lady voice. Spam, spam, sausage and spam. Anyway, yeah. I definitely agree. I wish I had a wider range. But I digress. So,
Good
Spencer,
morning, Seattle.
I kind of do like the dramatic, announcer voice. It's not too different. It's just slightly more dramatic. Anyway,
Yep.
Mr. Black, closing in on the bear that is chewing on Doc's ankle.
Going to attack it. Or try to.
Ooh-wee. Got a pair of successes with your critical success there. Only need one to hit, so one you can bank the AP, use it into damage, whatever you like.
Yeah, you're gonna use it into damage.
Smashing the bear, smashing the bear. Ooh-wee. So you've got that stun effect. You've also got 3 vicious. Gonna counteract that resistance it has. And I'm gonna mark him with some back pain because he's stunned.
And then I could use an action point to do another attack, right?
It would be 2 action points, unless a
All
perk
right.
has a cost 1. But yes, 2 action points for another attack. It does increase the difficulty, so difficulty will be 2 instead of 1. You are
All
welcome
right,
to swing
then.
away if you like.
Yeah, I'll use 2 action points
All right.
to attack.
Smashing the sledge into the form.
2 successes.
Ooh-wee. That is a
So
successful
then,
hit. Roll
yeah.
some damage again. You see it kind of recoil from the first strike as you've smashed in and cracked some ribs. Now, with the swing, the momentum swinging back around. Oh my God, it's even worse than the first one.
He kicks the rockets into overdrive.
So that is, oh my gosh.
The first one goes up with a sledgehammer, the second one goes down with a sledgehammer.
So bringing the sledgehammer back down, you hear the snapping as you connect on the top of the head, back of the neck there. Snap, crackle, pop. Did you guys know that there was a Rice Krispie named Pow?
No.
Yeah,
What's
there's
that?
an old-timey black and white commercial where there's an extra Rice Krispie guy named Pow. I'm glad they got rid of him. I like the sound. Like there's something aesthetic to the just 3 snap, crackle, pop. But there's another one. There's a
I
Pow.
mean, it kind of does make sense if like you're going like in the 50s type of design. Snap, crackle, pop, pow.
Yeah. Well, you get that extra Pow on this one. You see the bear shaking his head, growling with pain. See him blinking those glowing eyes. He's definitely disoriented from the strike.
Okay, I just learned something because of the bloody mess perk for hitting the for having a critical hit that is to roll a possible inflict 1 additional injury to a random location.
Yes. So typically for critical hits, it clicks in when you do 5 or more damage. And then
Oh,
with the bloody
I thought.
mess, yeah, it doesn't have to be the critical success with the roll because that gives you the bonus success. But a critical strike in this system has to do with the damage dealt. So you've technically got 2 random locations that can be hurt by your bloody mess perk. Go
So I
ahead and
should
roll
roll
for
it
me,
twice.
please. Yes, 2d20s. Oh, it would be 2d20s, not damage dice.
All right, because that's what it comes up as underneath.
Yeah, that's just a silly. They didn't program that appropriately. Because yeah, the d20 rolls will give a location. So 16 and 18, those are both of its hind legs that you are smashing. So that damage that you did caused nerve damage, and you see him trying to stand upright, the back legs slipping in the snow, collapsing under his weight. He is barely holding himself up with his front paws, in addition to the
Barely.
disorientation of broken skull.
As a bear, I don't think he can do anything that's not barely.
Okay, there, motherfucker. Don't make me turn the sledgehammer on you. The voice in the sky. The voice in my head.
I love dad jokes and puns and wordplay, so it always gonna
Yeah,
win
no.
points with me.
I have a best friend that loves dad jokes.
Uh, so as he is barely clinging to life, Mr. Doc is going to take his swing once again. He gets that very focused bloodlust. He is not going to let this thing collapse of his own will. Going to swing the scalpel in for another coup de grace.
Are you gonna take this shit lying down there, Black, or like he's stealing your kills?
I know, I keep on like, this motherfucker.
He has now taken 2 of your kills. After
Yeah,
you
I
smash him
should
into
fucking...
pulpy brokenness, he just comes in, stab, final blow, stab, final blow.
Yeah, stabs this little fucking scalpel. I'm like, I should just fucking take the blood and just fucking pour it over him.
All right, and he is going to position himself under the roof, ready to swing on that bear, whether he has to swing up at it or can respond to it falling off of the roof. He'll be ready for either situation.
Puts the scalpel down in the snow and the bear falls down on the scalpel.
Ooh, that's brutal.
And then you have a Looney Tunes style. It just barely hits the bear's ass, and then it jumps into the air.
Barely hits, huh?
Barely hits. Oh, now you did it. You're like the knights who say knee. No, I said it.
Knee!
Suffice to say is one of the words the knights of knee cannot say. All right, so meanwhile, taking cover from behind the stone fence, one of the houses, Greg looks on in terror as he realizes by hiding himself, he has left poor Penny available to be a target. Mr. Houston, spelled as it
Yes,
sounds.
Greg. Yes, it is spelled as it sounds, and he is going to stop hiding immediately and say, "Hey, Fuzzface, your fight's with me. You better leave her alone. That's my Penny over there." And he is going to throw some throwing knives. I don't have any additional action points, so it's just going to be straight up.
Thwack, thwack. You've got success.
I only needed one, yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will bank the other one. I need to get more of my stuff back. So I will roll just with the 3 extra for Wilson.
And do bear in mind your limited resource of throwing knives. You have thrown
Yes.
quite a few.
Yes, I am counting them down. I'm now down to 6.
All right, very good. All right, and with the added focus of Wilson's auto hit, this one a little bit better. The bear, of course, turning at your voice and your challenge, leaving its head open for more daggers to strike into a pin. Ooh. So it does have some physical resistance. But I believe you're doing enough to cause a head injury by itself. if you want to save that luck point. I believe all things considered there because of your vicious and oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, then never mind. I will save that luck point. And then it will be Wilson's turn. Wilson is going to attack. No additional dice.
Ooh-wee. So because yeah, you're zone away there, that is a success, and you've got 2 action points to bank. Can store them,
Sweet.
put into damage, however you like.
I'm going to store both so that I have a total of 3 now. And then let's roll damage. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
So it again takes the full laser blast to the head and shoulders area. It is already very disoriented, shaken, and stirred.
I
You can
to I think
see half of his face burned and melted off, the jaw hanging slack, blood pouring down. He's still got a little bit in him, but not a lot.
can I spend 2 to take one more turn as myself?
You sure can.
All right, I will do that. 2
Going
and
to for the finishing attack here. It will have
I'm
an
going to
increased
attempt it.
difficulty, so difficulty of 2.
Okay.
But you can tell by the way that he's responding and moving, can't seem to focus, is stuttering in his steps. It's not going to take a lot to finish him off.
Okay. I'm still going to add a dice. It'll be my. I'm going to be out of dice after that.
No, you're
Or not dice.
not,
Action
because
points.
you gain 2 back right now.
Sweet. I'm going to spend those 2 on damage.
Oh. All right,
So I'm
very
going to remain at
focused
0.
here.
Which
Roll
means
up
I'll
that
get my
damage.
normal, plus I'll get 5 more.
Yes, sir.
And then does that kill him, or should I spend a luck to re-roll 3 of those?
That will indeed be enough to put him down. An onslaught of knives, and again, piercing into where Wilson had melted his face a little bit. You've got a little bit more coverage into sensitive areas. Piercing into the brain, the burned off ear, eye, everything. Yao Guy, with a roar, will collapse in the snow. A happy, bleeding move from Penny, in that you have just saved her from almost certain peril.
I got your back, Penny. Don't you worry about it. I'm not going to let no mean bears come and eat you.
So one bear remains on the roof. It is going to attempt to stay on the roof. Uh-oh. It does, and
Successfully
gains an
attempts it.
action point. So it is going to be charging in on Miss Kodiak and attempting to swipe at her with claws. Kodiak has an agility of 9, which means her defense is 2. His claw swipe is going to miss.
Too slow.
And he essentially has to kind of cross over a zone and being able to attack. I understand that line is there. It's arbitrary. He is out of range of Doc, however. So Doc will not be able to swipe at him with the scalpel, but Kodiak is saved by her impressive physical acumen. And it will be her turn to strike back. I did see she had a BRB, so she may not be with us. Stop stealing my kills. I just now saw you get. Uh, I love that Brian isn't here, but he's still able to contribute a little bit of angst in the party. All right, so
So those meatballs are pretty bad then.
yeah, we must collectively learn what brand they are so as to avoid them ourselves
Yeah.
in the future.
It sounds like they had a bad batch that maybe didn't
Uh,
get cooked all the way prior to being frozen.
we should not mock her peril. I actually feel bad for her. I absolutely hate like stomach ails and like puking and stuff. Like I take it personally and it hits my rage button. Like I just hate the incapacitation, the burning acid, the whole thing, the whole I know that being sick isn't fun for anybody, but I feel like I hate puking more than a lot of people. I
Don't
base
worry, I
that
puked
on
earlier.
I base that on how many friends I watched get pukey drunk all the time when I was in high school, and I always tried to pace myself because of the discomfort. Like, how are you not trying to avoid that? Anyway, I digress.
I never got pukey drunk. I mean, I did blackout once, and I learned I was creepy when I got blackout drunk. I just stood. I was at home with my mom, and I just stood in her doorway like a fucking weirdo for like 2 hours.
Oh, that is off-putting. But I can understand too, like if you're inebriated, like and your body is standing there, but your eyes are taking in details and like assessing stuff. So from the outside, I imagine it's a lot creepier than it was in your brain when you're just being drunk and trying to like seeing double or triple and trying to
And
make
what's
sense
fucked
of it
up?
all.
It was those Smirnoff Ice.
I remember those. Oh yeah,
I had 3 of them in like an hour.
chug a lug.
Yeah.
All right, so Spencer and Doc will be able to hear the shots from above, see the muzzle flare going off. You realize you would have heard the gunshots and the danger sooner. You realize that she actually does have a suppressed muzzle on her gun. It's not a perfect silencer, but those echoes carry much less distance than a normal rifle.
We were just closer.
Just something, yeah, you realize is now you're kind of within range. It's brighter than it is noisy. The Yao guy taking the blast to the face definitely has a head injury, shaking its head, increased difficulty on its attacks and everything. It is a perilous situation up there, but she's doing incredibly well at defending herself. Mr. Black, you are up next.
All right. I am debating if I try to get up on the fucking roof or to pull out a shitty pipe pistol that I apparently have. I mean, I've had it. I just forgot about it.
So it will
I,
take all of your move action and like both your major and your minor and an athletics check to get onto the roof. So it would take your whole turn to do that. On the other hand, because of your quick draw ability, you
I
can
can just
shoot
pull
on this
out.
turn with your major action and still have your minor move available. All up to you, sir.
Yeah, I think I'll probably use the gun that I'm not well versed in to activate.
I assume that was successful, right?
That is,
Yeah, it
yes,
says
indeed.
once. All right. Yeah. And that would probably be it.
Do you want to
Whether
move
that
into the zone with your miner?
Well, yeah. Would that really matter if I moved in?
It would save you from having to use your miner next time if you wanted to get close.
All right, so then just move in.
Alrighty. It also puts you in range if the Yao guy fails its athletics check and comes tumbling off the roof. You'll be right there, ready with your sledgehammer.
Yeah, me and Doc, I'll fucking hit it, and then Doc will fucking steal the kill again.
Well, I mean, probably, but as things go. All right, so Doc is going to take his minor move action to step back. Does he have an action
Where's
point?
Koro?
Oh, Koro had to exit. Has personal stuff going on.
Oh, was he still an Esper?
Oh yeah, he's still an Esper. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he had some personal emergency stuff and
Jeez, the OG crew is gone.
oh, as far as Fallout goes,
Yeah.
yeah, everyone is new. Funny how
Oh,
those
flip.
things cycle through, yeah. All right, so I am going to give Doc use of an action point. He is going to switch from his scalpel to his laser gun. I don't want to use, as much as I want to use his junk jet, I don't want to take away his wherewithal to choose which junk he shoots, so he's just going to blast with his laser gun. Not a lot of damage, but it all adds up. And nice that that piercing is going to aid in breaking through resistance. So now the bear is being shot at from below, from the front, being bombarded. Let's see what Greg and Wilson can add to the party, as it is their turn.
Yeah, the two that are so far away.
Yeah.
What's really helpful, though, because of the stupid zone arrangement and the way that I drew it out here, a minor action will put him next to the house over here, which will be that medium range, so he won't have any shot penalties from himself or
right.
Wilson. So
That's exactly what
even
I'm
if
gonna
he's
do.
on that edge fringe there, what
I'm
it
thinking,
should be is that each person should have zone ranges. Like you should have different colored bubbles that range off of yourself instead of there being flat, like unmoving zones on the battlefield. But I digress. They
Yeah.
should have just done measurements and added feet of movement and stuff. I digress. Go ahead, Greg. You and Wilson are
Yes. Going to be down to 2 knives now because I'm going to throw some knives. I don't currently have any action points, so rolling straight up.
well, you do now.
I have a couple action points now. I'm going to bank those for now.
All three?
I will. It
Okay.
is 3, isn't it?
It is.
Yep.
I will bank all 3.
Awesome.
And then let's roll damage. Add 3 for Wilson. Submit.
Blasty stab.
And I am going to use a luck to re-roll those 3.
Ooh, all right. Let's see. Applied some damage there, but let's see if it increases a little here with 3 more blank faces turned into ... 3 more damage. That thing is looking very haggard. Your daggers flying into the side, into the underarm, into the ribs. There is a
And now-
lot of red dripping off the side of this roof now.
And now,
And then
Wilson. Wilson will attack straight up.
that
Single
is a success. So I'm pretty sure that Wilson is going to get the killing blow here, but let's see just in case. Oh my god.
Just fucking blast the head off.
Blasting a big old hole
Okay.
through him. All right, so
So-
because you're getting final kill here, you get final narration. And for the sake of Kodiak, unfortunately, she had to run out again. So let's make this our fade to black moment, closing out the session. What is this looking like as Doc and Greg finish off the Yao guy on the roof?
So Greg had just got done throwing a couple of knives that done stuck into this here Yao Guai on the roof.
Mhm.
And when Wilson went and shot his little lasery beam, it glinted just right off the corner of those knives, and it just like split again, and then like extra big explosion because it went like through his face, and so the head's all gone, and his body like rolls down and flops on the ground.
Thump.
To
In a
to end
big
it.
pool of bloody snow that dusts up. Spencer, there'll be a little bit of snow cloud that poofs up from that impact point. None of the blood splatters on you, so your sweet
Aw,
old school suit remains intact.
yeah.
I'm sure Spencer's gonna look at me and be like, "Bro, you stole my kill again," and I'm just gonna point at Wilson. It wasn't me. It was Wilson.
I'm like personally thinking. I was thinking, like Wilson took the shot and then you threw a knife into the air like a fucking old Call of Duty montage, and it fucking just tomahawk style lands right in the bear's skull.
I like
Lands in the
that
bear's
gif
skull with
that indicates that, yeah. Whoosh, 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 stick.
that.
Such a wonderful, beautiful end. You guys were able
No
to
one took
act
damage.
very quickly and efficiently. Only Doc's power armor took damage in this skirmish.
I was
And-
actually a little bit worried there because
For Penny.
yeah, I was worried for Penny.
I was worried for Greg because that bear went charging right up in his face.
Yeah, well, and that's why I was like, "Oh, I gotta find a way to hide."
I was
because
I was
I was also pretty worried.
I was gonna come back to you and fight the bear if you were still there, and then you moved and the bear chased you out, and I was like, well, I guess I'm going with Doc. And the fucker
Yeah,
steals
and then
the
I had to
kill.
go all like fucking superhero mode to save Penny.
Oh yeah, got that adrenaline going, ghoul blood pumping. Penny will moo with delight as
I'm now thinking I'm now thinking of the bears because they're bleeding and you see like the blood slightly glowing. You just have two ghouls just like bend down to drink the blood as you get
Nom, nom,
like a
nom.
human woman just sitting up on top of the roof like fucking horrified, like, oh god.
yeah, so she's going to be able to peek down and see the ghouls and Doc down below after the bear threat is gone. And yeah, she'll be able to essentially introduce herself at the start of our next session.
Do we want to do any of the other stuff? Like, can I pick up my knives? Can we
Skin
get
the
some bear
bears.
meat? Yeah.
I would say yes to the collection of knives, just so you can mark those as not lost before we close out. There won't be any time for scavenging just yet when it comes to the bears.
Okay.
I will save that, and of course, scavenging the local houses too, which you've not yet gotten into.
That makes sense.
I will
'cause
save
she's
that
not
so
here.
that Doc and Kodiak can both join in on that fun effort.
Perfect. Sounds good. I've collected my knives.
All right. Well, kind of perfect timing there, clockwise, and
About almost
yeah,
midnight for me.
allows for Kodiak and Doc to not have necessarily have missed a whole lot. I mean, Doc is going to come back and
With
be
two broken.
a little bit perturbed that his armor is messed up on the legs, but besides that, happy fun time.
And then like a
um,
half-used power
yeah,
cord.
I think adding Wilson just immediately was such a difference to my battle prowess. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're able to take out two fucking bears.
A bear and a half.
A bear and a half.
Alrighty then.
There was a few times where I was hoping I'd get the kill before Doc. I was hoping Doc would miss and I could attack the bear and also use bloody mess to then dictate how gory of a mess of the head of smashing down upon it. And then a fucker just comes in, just now I'm thinking of that one. There's a YouTube channel that does like animations. He's got that like warrior type of character, and he's got the toothpicks, and he's stabbing a fucking I think a vampire with a little toothpick 100,000 times or some
Yeah.
shit. And I'm just like, Doc just comes up just real quick, stabs the bear
Shank.
real quick with a little
Shank.
fucking
Shank.
doot, you fucker.
The chaotic good barbarian. Yeah.
I
Well,
don't care how anyone describes his scalpel. It's a tiny. I am envisioning a fucking giant giant power armor guy with a little
a little
fucking
tiny prison
surgical
shank, yeah.
scalpel. And like I said earlier, with a little battery, with a little normal fusion cell, with the modifications of two pieces of copper wire going to it, and he's just going up and just stab, stab, stab.
Yeah, the sheer amount of damage that he doles out is not from the size of the blade, but the precision in hitting key points in anatomy and stuff from his medical knowledge,
Then we come
hitting
on, then
pressure points and nerves and arteries and such.
yeah, then we come across a centaur. How's he gonna fucking deal the good damage with that?
Well, again, don't give me ideas.
I am giving you ideas so that so he can purposely get fucked by a centaur and its tongues. Now that shut up. Shut up. I just thought of that. It came in my head after I said get fucked by
No
its
giggity.
tongues.
He might be into that sort of thing. It's lonely out here in the wasteland. Anyway, that aside,
I
On
am
that
uh,
note,
I am very
Standing
interested
there.
to see what happens like to the physical world during the thaw. Like you got to think that this thing has been frozen for so long. What kind of like I don't know, earthquakes and crevasses and what kinds
Well,
of things are going to start like being crazy as
oh yeah.
this place thaws.
and
That'd be
all
For
great.
the
me, it
animals with
is
fur.
yeah. For me, it is the disease and stuff that can now run
Oh yeah,
rampant.
Fester. Yeah.
From
Yeah,
permafrost.
Um,
yeah. That's something. Which
Good
now
thing
that you
our
guys have
ghouls will be
traveled a
fine.
day, um, and encountered some beasts and stuff and some ick, yeah, those are things that we're gonna be considering as soon as the next session. That's as much as
nice.
I am comfortable spoiling, but yeah, new threats arise.
All right, cool. Well,
All
good
right.
sesh.
Indeed. Thank you guys for being. Thank you for patience with absences and the like. We will reconvene here. And, well, I'll see everybody at different times of the course of the next week or two. So
Yeah,
may
I'll
the
see you
force be
tomorrow.
with you, respectively. Yeah, tomorrow, Esper makeup. I did put a notice in the Esper channel. I will personally tag. Well, I'm going to do a follow-up checkup with Brian, make sure he's all good. But yeah, be seeing some of you
Yeah, I should be
tomorrow, some of you
available.
in a couple weeks. All
Sounds
good and
good.
fun things. All right, guys. Have a wonderful evening. May the force be with you. See you on the other side.
Yep. See ya.